Hi, and welcome to a special three-part feature of Real Picks. I'm Courtney Hopkins.
And I'm Alex Votaw.
This week, Alex and I will discuss some Halloween features, including Hocus Pocus and Jeepers Creepers 2, as well as look at the new Daniel Radcliffe movie due out next year. This and more on Real Picks.
I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
No, I am the Father.
So tonight, we'll start off the show with the family-friendly feature Hocus Pocus. I put a spell on you, and now you're mine.
No.
This is undoubtedly one of the most iconic Halloween movies of all time. The people of Salem capture and execute 3 witches for practicing witchcraft in 1692. Before their deaths, they vow to return to Salem 300 years later on Halloween to get their revenge. In 1992, a newly transplanted Californian, Max, visits the witch's old home and lights the candle of black flame, despite the warnings of his sister and girlfriend.
Max, no!
Uh-oh.
This brings the witches back to wreak havoc on the town and attempt to steal the youth from the children. Max, his younger sister, and his girlfriend take the witch's spell book. Without it, the witches can't recite all of the spells of immortality and will die by morning light. They try to get the book back by whatever means they can.
Since this promises to be a most dire and stressful evening, I suggest we form a calming circle. Think soothing thoughts. Rabbit bat, black death, mummy scorpion pie.
I love everything about Hocus Pocus. It was awesome when I was younger because it wasn't too scary that I was going to lose, an entire night's of sleep over it, but it was also really funny. And now when I watch it, I still find all the same parts funny, and I actually get more of the humor because it's got some of that adult stuff laid in there. And I think it's something that a parent can watch with their kid, or they'd feel comfortable like setting their kid in front of and letting them watch with all their friends at like a slumber party. I don't know, maybe you didn't have the same kind of slumber parties as me.
No, not really. Like you said, it's kind of a kid's movie, as a kid, yeah, you might have liked it and stuff, but it just doesn't do it for me.
Okay, you have to admit though, like the part where the guy comes out of the grave and like his lips are stitched up and he's like chasing him around the whole time, you think that he's evil, and then spoiler alert, he's not. And they like cut the stitches off and he like, and all those leaves come out. That was terrifying as a little kid. That didn't scare you at all.
Maybe it really did scare me. I just don't remember it because I like try to repress those kind of things. But I don't know. Just like now I see that and it's like it's just not scary to me.
It's supposed to be an enjoyable, family-friendly thing, and yeah, like it's kind of supposed to make you jump. They locked these witches in the boiler room or whatever it was, the furnace, and they burned them, and they still came back. Like those are evil witches.
Yeah, but like some of the things that the witches do, they don't really seem all that evil or whatever. One of them is like spraying Cheese Whiz or chocolate syrup in its mouth, for God's sakes.
Yeah, okay, that's the comedic relief. They're trying to steal the souls of the youth of the children, and you just missed all of that.
I'll take it for what it's worth. It's kind of a family children's Halloween movie. That's fine.
I give Hocus Pocus 4 out of 5 broomsticks because it's awesome.
And I'm gonna give it 2 gravestones. And next up, we have the terrifyingly awesome Jeepers Creepers 2. Jeepers Creepers 2 follows a broken down bus full of high school basketball players and cheerleaders on the dreaded East 9 highway. Here they go head to head with the Creeper. This movie is jam-packed with action, terror, and licking windows. Anyways, on the 23rd day of his ritualistic feeding frenzy, the Creeper makes the kids and coaches his late-night snack. A couple of locals help the bunch out, but in order to survive the night, they must fight till their dying breath.
Every 23rd spring for 23 days, it gets to eat.
Eat what? Eat what?
Eat us.
So Jeepers Creepers 2, I liked it. You know, it's kind of versus Hocus Pocus. It's a little kid movie. Or this is more of a kind of, you know, high school. You know, that kind of generation or whatever. You know, gore, death, that kind of good stuff. Blood, decapitations.
See, I think this is just as goofy as Hocus Pocus, and the difference is this is supposed to be serious. I mean, okay, licking the bus window, yeah, we had a special name for bus lickers when I was in high school, and it wasn't creepy guys who would, like, decapitate people, all right? I'm just saying, like, nothing about this scared me. It just made me laugh, and then I kind of felt bad that I was laughing because it was trying so hard to scare me.
It's not trying that hard to scare you. I mean, yes, there's supposed to be comical moments, like whenever he bites the head off the guy or whatever, and then the body kind of walks around the bus and then falls over. I mean, that's supposed to be kind of funny. But, I mean, it's more of kind of like, you know, it's got action to it. It's not so much as a comedy with Halloween parts to it. It's more of like a monster movie.
See, but nothing about this monster movie was original. And, I mean, I realize that it's a sequel, but nothing about the first one, nothing about the franchise in general is original. It just was the same old things that are trying to pop out and scare me. You know, the little head moving, and you think it's a scarecrow, and then, he's frog hopping after the kid, and it's just like, I don't know. I mean, it's just the same old story. I like new and original, or at least a new take on something. And all of this is just borrowed from something else and thrown together like a terrible casserole.
You want originality? How is that not original? This like sets the standard for like the creepy cornfield horror movie. I mean, they're on a bus, they're trapped in the middle on the highway, just an abandoned highway with cornfields around them.
Yeah, I understand that.
People here in Maryville, there's cornfields here. They're gonna watch this movie and they're gonna be like, this is kind of creepy, and it's like scarecrows. They're gonna second guess it. I guarantee. Anyone going out Halloween night, they see a cornfield ever, they're probably gonna be thinking of Jeepers Creepers and evil scarecrows. It's gonna be kind of scary for them. I mean, I just felt like this kind of set the standard for that.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying with the cornfields. I give Jeepers Creepers 2 out of 5 scarecrows.
And I'm gonna give it 4 out of 5 scarecrows.
Good heavens. When we come back, Alex and I will discuss Shaun of the Dead and take a look at the new Daniel Radcliffe movie coming out. Don't go away.
Hi, welcome back to Real Picks. Courtney and I just got done discussing Hocus Pocus and Jeepers Creepers 2. Now we are on to none other than Shaun of the Dead. Shaun of the Dead is part 1 of the Blood and Ice Cream trilogy, conceived by Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg. Now, it's often said that the true character of a man is revealed in times of dire crisis, and for the likable, love-worn loser Shaun, that moment of reckoning came when the dead rose from their slumber to feast on the people of England. Vowing to prove himself to ex-girlfriend Liz, Shaun, with the help of his roommate Ed, attempted to rescue Liz and his mother.
You got red on you. You've got red on you.
You got red on you.
I love everything about Shaun of the Dead. I watched it when I was a kid, and it kind of scared me because of the whole zombie aspects. They're pretty realistic. And then every time that I've watched it, it has progressively just gotten better because I've picked up all the little subtle things that they've just kind of added in there, and I think that gives the movie a quality that not a whole lot of films that have come out within the last 10 years even have, because I mean, it's just so witty, and it just keeps going. Like, it's a longer movie, but you don't realize the time length on it because you're laughing the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, who doesn't love Shaun of the Dead? I mean, it's, you know, it's a comedy, it's a zombie movie. It's literally making fun of just the stereotypical zombie movie, like, you know, Dawn of the Dead, and I mean,
yeah,
the title itself makes fun of it.
Yeah, and it's one of these things, it's so well shot. I think that the comedy would be lost if it didn't have the quick cuts and how, like, they kind of repeat shots throughout, but, like, each time it's like the first time it's people kind of going through the motions of life, and, like, the next time you see them it's the same people, but now they're zombies and they're acting the exact same. Like, I think that kind of continuity throughout the whole film kind of helps ties it together. And Simon Pegg and Nick Frost just kind of have that natural feeding off of each other.
They definitely just bring the humor to the movie. You know, it's supposed to be this serious, you know, scary type of thing as zombie movies. I mean, first time I saw it was in high school as a freshman. My friends were always like, "You need to see this movie. It's hilarious." I was like, "I don't know. I'm not a huge, you know, fan of scary movies and stuff, but." You know, I watched it and I was like, this is hilarious and this is awesome. And, you know, from then on, I've watched zombie movies and I had a problem. It's actually killed my fear of zombie movies. That's how good it is.
That's nice. It's the little parts, like when they're beating the bartender with the pool cues.
Yeah.
I never noticed it till the last time that I watched it, that they're actually hitting in sync and in with the music that's playing, like the Queen jukebox.
They're having a good time.
Yeah, even though they're killing these zombies. I just kind of think that, like I said, the little things tie that together, and I don't know. I mean, Hot Fuzz is another example. It's part 2 of their series, and it's just as good. They managed to make an awesome film, and then their second film is just as good, showing that they're not so much as a fluke, but actually talented guys who deserve all the credit that they've gotten.
And they keep that same kind of camera aspect to it and the cinematography and Hot Fuzz as well, and it makes it a good movie. So.
Yeah. So I give Shaun of the Dead 5 out of 5 cricket bats.
And I'm going to give Shaun of the Dead 5 pints.
Excellent. Now for our final segment, we'll take a look at the terrifying trailer, The Woman in Black, starring Daniel Radcliffe and some creepy-ass chick.
So, you're from London, trying to sell Eel Marsh House.
Yes.
You won't find a local buyer. The sooner the house is sold, the sooner people can move on.
Please, don't go back to the house. She's there.
Can't leave yet.
You should have left. You should have gone when we told you to.
You said you have a son. Go home to him.
Don't go chasing shadows, Arthur.
She's always there.
That was really creepy. Not gonna lie, that I might not just sleep from the trailer. I mean, just all the parts where I hate whenever they do the close up and just slowly zooms in on his face, and then bam, something happens. You know what's gonna happen, and then it happens, and whole audience just is gonna jump.
It's the kids. The kids in all of these horror movies, especially the haunting ones, they just get me. And those little girls in this one, like moving towards the window, and just the whole children in horror movies just freaks me out because, they have like the little, like when they're like playing with their toys and then they get all spooky, and I don't know much about this movie other than what I just saw in the trailer, and it looks terrifying.
I mean, at first I was like, Daniel Radcliffe, he's not gonna have a problem. I mean, he's Harry Potter. What does he have to be scared of? But then it's like, he's not Harry Potter. He's just some random English dude, doesn't have a wand. He's got a hatchet now, hatchet and a candle, no more wand and, being able to get rid of Dementors and stuff. But it's going to be interesting to see how he does getting out of that role and to see if he actually is able to break away from that role. Otherwise, he might be permanently stuck as Harry Potter in the minds of the crowds.
Poor guy. That's all the time we have for tonight. Looking back on what we've gone over, Hocus Pocus is awesome. Jeepers Creepers is a little bit funnier than anything else. And watch Shaun of the Dead or die by my hands.
And with that death threat, I'm Alex Votaw.
And I'm Courtney Hopkins.
Keep it real. Dick.